Make sure everything works. If I click here, seems to be working, huh? Seems like we are live. Perfect. Awesome. We are live on PeerTube. Hey, let's see. Let's see if this is going to work properly. And I'm going to make sure that it's also streaming on YouTube. I'm not sure if we are going to keep on streaming on YouTube, but let me just make sure that YouTube is also streaming, and then we can start. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Everyone on YouTube. How about that, people? 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. Sorry about this. And OBS. Okay, perfect. Oh, I'm doing many things at once. What am I? And plug in that tablet. Come on, tablet, plug in. Sorry about that. That's it. That's it. This TROMcast is about our new, great, awesome, and extraordinary project. Okay, we worked on this project for the past month and a half. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, so we have to kind of cram everything, jam back into like 2 hours or so, 2 hours or less, or maybe even more. I don't know. Maybe it's even more. I don't care. As long as our server is holding fine, because guess what? We stream on our own server now, and if you watch this on YouTube, we will give you the reasons why you shouldn't watch it on YouTube from now on, because we move from YouTube. And why do we move from YouTube? So before we begin to talk about this project, you see, it's a problem that we have in our present world that I don't think many people kind of realize. And this problem is the war on minds. You know, it's not like back in the days where people got enslaved in their daily lives with jobs and so forth. Today you are also trapped mentally in these online tools. By online tools, I mean Facebook. Imagine that Facebook, YouTube, Google searches, just a few companies that are completely owning people's minds. And by owning, I mean they trap you in this trade nonsense. Like, you have to trade your data, trade your attention, you know, trade your money to them, and that's all they care about. What do you think Facebook cares about? And we talked about this for many TROMcasts now. They care about you staying on their platform, consuming their ads, because they want, you know, bigger cars, bigger houses, whatever, faster wives, or bigger wives and faster cars. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, we try to, like, what do we do here at TROM? We are trying to make minds, because minds, if you think about it, they control hands and legs. I mean, whatever people do comes from here, from their minds. So if those minds are just completely trapped in this online bullshit, then what we try to do at TROM is irrelevant, because what we try to do at TROM is to make people aware of some very important problems. But if those people are completely sucked into this endless world of nothingness, then we lost the game from the get-go. So we are trying now to attack that. We attack that with solutions. So we are trying to now provide trade-free alternatives to Google and YouTube, to Facebook, to Twitter, to, I don't know, WeTransfer, Google Docs, and so forth. You might think, oh, that's nuts. I mean, you are nice but silly, you know. How can you compete with those people? It's not about competition. You will see how these things work, and they are quite functional and all of that. So before we go through the entire project, and I'm telling you what it's about, if you guys want to say something, or what do you think about these social networks or social ad platforms, if you will?
Yeah, I will say, I also mentioned how much Theo worked on these solutions that he's about to present, just because he might not say that himself, but I've seen him work. He's been working, I don't know, 16, 17 hours per day, every day, nonstop for like weeks, without taking a single break, really not a single day off, you know, away from this project that he's been working on. And it's all to give it away for free, basically. So I hope at least some people will look into it
and this other guy also
use this project. Alexio also did a lot of work. Yeah, really, really, really awesome. Yeah. But yeah, of course, in terms of these companies taking advantage of people's minds, I mean, we discussed this in a few other Tromcasts. I think the Social Dilemma documentary did a pretty good way of explaining how that works. How they just feed you more stuff that you might want to watch just for the sake of keeping you there, to collect data from you and show you ads, and that just contributes to this insane consumer culture, which is basically destroying our planet and society. So that's my take. Alexia, you want to say something else?
Yes, thank you. First, I would like to thank you, Theo, for your efforts, because I contributed a few things, but mainly it's your work for this project to happen. And I think it's an important one to help a lot of people who really can benefit from the tools we try to provide as trade-free. And maybe we should explain, maybe Theo, what it means to offer something as trade-free. But for now, I would like to tell one thing. Just visit trom.tradefree.tf and see for yourself what it's all about. Thank you.
Yeah, we will go through all of that, and thank you, Alexia. And Alexia helped a lot. Actually, he introduced me to the many tools that you will see today. He is almost like an encyclopedia of, I don't know, mostly many things, but software especially. He knows pretty much any kind of software apparently, and he introduced me to these things. And I didn't have time at first, but then I managed to go through them. Yeah, and we will go one by one. But okay, so Noel, who is still the OBS bot or something because of the
Yeah, I don't know
icon.
how.
Well, next time, put your face there. Do you use social networks? I suppose you use social media and so forth. How much do you use them? Because you are the youngest of us all.
I am the Zoomer, the millennial. I don't know. Well, I actually don't use any social media. It's because I was afraid that it was, I saw my friends watch, and all they watch was like dumb stuff, or just like celebrities, people who I hanged out with, watch celebrities, just memes, nothing really important. And they would like get lost just watching hours on watching memes and memes. You can get lost and forget track of time. I was like,
So,
nah,
so you don't
I don't
have
want to waste my
friends.
time. Wait, what?
You don't have friends then if you are not on social media and you are your age.
Well, maybe, I guess.
This might be
That's
good
why.
in a
I
way.
think you're a unique person in this world then.
Yeah, I have bad habits, and I didn't want to create a new one. I didn't want to expand my bad habits. That's why I stayed away from it.
Aren't the people who know you, aren't they shaming you? It's like, hey, you're not on Instagram. What are you doing?
Well, look, some of the guys that hang around my neighborhood, they actually don't use it. Or, yeah, just a few radicals, I guess.
Okay, that
People would-
seems interesting. Okay, so that's interesting. Then let me introduce you and others to our tools, and I will switch the window. We will become very small because I didn't know how to fit all of these things, but the important part are not our faces, maybe our voices, and then what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to switch now to the big window mode. There we go. We're not that small, let's be honest. Okay, so the website is trom.tf, like Alexia was saying. TF, we say it stands for trade free. It was Sasha's idea, and I think it's a very cool idea, actually. That TF, that I don't know what kind of domain is, like the islands of France or something.
Territoire française.
Territoire française, but we're not about that. Just so you know, it's trade free. So here's the website that I'm showing you. And first thing that you are going to see is this little dude. And for those who have read The Origin of Most Problems, may understand, the meaning there with this little dude, this little superhero, who says the ones who offer should not ask anything in return, and the ones who receive should not have to give anything in return. because that's what we are trying to do really here. We recognize that this society that is mainly almost entirely based on trades, like I only do this if I get that, or I give you this if you give me that, it creates a lots of problems. And we wrote so much about it, and we made so many videos about it, and now we try to tackle it. If you read the original Most Problems book that you can find on tromsite.com, we try to tackle this by creating trade-free goods and services as much as possible. And I think so far this one is the biggest one, and it will expand, as you can see. And should we take them one by one to show you what we have created here? And before that, we managed to do this because of a piece of software called Unohost, something like that. It's a really cool piece of software. Basically, all of that you are going to see here are separated bits of software. Like one is developed by some people, one by other people, and to install them really it's a bit difficult. I mean, if you don't know how to manage servers and so forth, what these guys from Unohost did is to make it extremely easy for everyone to install with a click of a button. They just click and install. And because of that, it allows us to start, and all of these tools to start to build them for everyone, to provide them for everyone. Actually, before this, we had tromland.org. That was actually, this one is the next level of tromland.org. Tromland.org was completely managed by Alexio, and he managed to install all of these things. We didn't have as many services there, but with the Unohost now, it's so easy that I could do it. You know, I know a few things about websites and servers, but still, like, I don't like to open a terminal. I don't like to do all of these things. I want to be visual, like click here, like the grandma, just click here, install, is done. You know, I like that. So kudos to the guys from Unohost. You know, they made the software, anyone can use them. We didn't pay for it, we didn't give anything to them. And now, let's start. What is so amazing about this? What is so amazing about this? Well, first thing that is, I think is amazing about it is the alternative to Facebook and also to Twitter. And you might think, what the fuck, you know, you really try to make an alternative for Facebook and Twitter. The thing is that we don't make them, you know, they are there, we just enable others to use them. And one platform that we kind of advertise, it's a bad word, but we talked about for the past several months, is this Friendica. And I'm going to talk a bit about this Friendica. So as you can see here, we have social, right? This is our first service, because that's how we do things. We put the service.organization.trade-free. So it's social.trom.tf. We keep it simple, right? This is our social network that we provide to people. And to read more about it, because it's a more complex one, you can click more info. And well, there we go. You see now the social website that we kind of not created but enabled. I tweaked all of these services just so that they look and feel the same, so people feel like it's the same thing there. You know, I struggled a bit to customize them. And let's talk a bit about this social. How does it compare with Facebook? You know, why Facebook is not good? You know, so let's start with that. Why in the fucking first place, Sasha, we want to get away from fucking Facebook? Like, what's the big problem? I mean, my mother is there, my father is there, my uncle is there, my teacher is there, like everybody is there. Are you fucking insane? You know, what's wrong with you people? It's nice, it's blue, you know.
Yeah, on the one hand, you know, people might say, oh, you know, it's so great because the whole world is on Facebook, so I can find everybody that I know there. I mean, that's their kind of biggest, you know, selling point. But what they don't realize is, perhaps they don't realize, is that it's not just there as a nice service to provide you a platform where you can talk to your friends. No, it's there to collect data from you, and a lot of data, a really scary amount of very personal information about you that you yourself might not even know. And they do that so they can basically sell that data, give you ads, personalized ads, and make money off of you. Also, they have a lot of control over what you can or can't post. So they've banned Tio already like dozens of times probably for posting nothing really crazy. I don't know. One was like about I don't know. It's just ridiculous. They can just ban you out of nowhere. So you don't really have control. Yeah, and in general, it's just kind of it's not nice that their whole point of existence is just to make money off of you. So instead of having that, we can provide an alternative that's actually based on just providing a nice platform. And it turns out that that's possible and it's already out there. So
Yeah, I remember when I was
Go
using
on.
last time Facebook, and the newsfeed was like full of fucking cancer cures. I'm like, oh, I'm saved. Oh fuck, I'm saved. You know, in case I have cancer, I don't have, but I'm just saved in general. You know, if so many cancer cures, and the Earth is flat. Oh my fucking god. You know, it's like my mind was like, wow, so much new information, man. You know, full of crap. Like, where are those from? And when I looked at them, where are they from? Well, whoever pays Facebook, you know, Facebook will promote your post. And that's so fair, right? You pay more money, they promote your shit. Doesn't matter what fuck shit it is. And I remember that we had pages on Facebook, still have some for TROM. But at one point I managed TVP's, the Venus Project's Facebook page with hundreds of thousands of followers and so forth. And I realized over the years how Facebook is like, you post something as a page, it doesn't go to the people who like the page and want to follow. No, it goes to a very tiny percentage. You want to go to more people, pay. So that's fucking mafia. What the fuck is this? Cecilia, you know, what the fuck is it? You know, what's the mafia here? Like, hey, you have to pay. You want to reach them, you have to pay, you know. It's awful. So it's an awful platform that is full of ads that you don't even know if those are ads or are real posts. So they're so integrated into the real posts that even ad blockers cannot fucking block them. It's full of like, they deliver you whatever they want. So it's not like what you want is what they want, in the sense that what makes you just stay there. As much as you stay there, you just fucking get that into your face, right? They collect your data and they're a big fucking company and own everything by the balls. So it's like, fuck you, Facebook. You know, we have to move away. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before, but you know, I think the danger is also, you know, being, you know, having so much irrelevant bullshit information fed to people just because it clicks with them. You know, of course this can happen on any platform, you know, and you know, I think that, you know, you should have a platform where you can basically post whatever you want. But the thing is with the Facebook algorithms is that the algorithms can basically tell which things you're interested in, and then because of that they'll provide you things you know, having to do with this topic, and a lot of those things will be more and more clickbaity, a bit more crazy, a bit more intense, and this will be likely, you know, to change your mind about all kinds of things and to make you very like confident about knowing all kinds of bullshit things without actually, you know, perhaps being able to judge with a scientific mind about whether this is actually true or not. Yeah.
Very bad incentive.
So it transforms people into a bunch of mindless zombies.
Yeah, what do you think, Alexia, about these social platforms?
As an old user of Facebook and some other platforms like Twitter, I can tell you I had my experiences with some posts removed and my account banned, but usually I don't post something that's unusual. But maybe they considered I used something which was copyrighted, or some links pointed to copyrighted material, and that's why I deleted my Twitter account many years ago, and actually used some test accounts if I needed to see the content on these platforms. Now I have the opportunity to use Friendica to follow the content of other people which are still on Facebook or Twitter or other platforms. So I think it's very important to have access to the information, but not under any condition. If your content gets removed for some reason it's not good, because you spend a lot of time there to share something with your friends, and someday it may become unavailable, your account suspended, and you lose your communication channel with your acquaintances, your friends. And it's important to have some control of your content, what you share. And maybe you want the content to be deleted, and in some cases you find out it's not so easy if you use the trade-based services like Google. I had the surprise to delete some content I wanted to be deleted, and it was still there, even if I remove it from
I did the same.
recycled bin.
I
Okay.
just say I deleted 1 TB of data because I was like, I don't want this account anymore that I was paying for years ago. I deleted it, and then Google was like, oh, you have to keep on paying because then you still have 1 TB of data. I'm like, what? What? I deleted it. It's like, no, now I have to go into recycle bin. 50 by 50 elements. I have to items, delete them manually, and I had tens of thousands. I had to delete them, else they will not close my account. They will charge me. What, are you crazy? Fuck you. Yeah.
So that's my experience. I really love the trade-free tools like the ones we already provide on our trom.tf, and I will let you, Theo, and anyone who is interested to use these kind of tools express personal views.
Yeah, let me present it a bit. Okay, hold on. So this is our Friendica. As you can see, it's so great. We have a pizza fan grease here. We have, oh, sorry, that's fucking Facebook. Look at this ugliness. Oh my god. This is Facebook. Like, how are people putting up with this fucking shit? And I think I even have enabled all kinds of ad blockers and so forth, like fucking buttons here. And it's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this pizza in Greece? Fucking, like, what the fuck is this? So that's my account, which is like kind of banned. They still keep me there like a zombie to milk me or to something. Maybe they hope that I cannot post, I cannot message anyone. So let's close this one. Fuck you. Okay, so let's go to our own social network that looks kind of like here. You see here how clean it is. See here in the right side, and I will show you even more in full screen and so forth. What's so cool about this one? Let me tell you what's so cool about this one. So the internet, as you can see, is a place of many things. You have Facebook, you have YouTube, you have websites, there are people on Twitter, there are people on Instagram, there are people everywhere, right? How do you keep in touch with them, honestly, now? And if you ask people nowadays, like, oh, duh, I keep in touch because I have a YouTube account, I have a Facebook account, I have an Instagram account, I have a TikTok account, I have an email, all of these accounts, and they seem not to be bothered. But why not all of these to communicate with each other? And this is what this amazing social network does, is based on this Fediverse. We had this federated network. We had an entire Tromcast about it, so you can go and watch that. But how to explain? Let me explain it again. It's like you have multiple Facebooks, right? Everyone is a clone of each other, and people can register to any kind of Facebook. You register on one Facebook, Sasha registers on another Facebook. And now on my Facebook, let's say facebook1.com, I search for Sasha and I find her, even though she's not there. How come? She's on the other server, but she's still there. So how the fuck? No one has to know, really. This is not important, really. But the fact is that they communicate with each other. So I can follow Sasha. I can talk to Sasha. I can see her posts and so forth. So imagine many such Facebooks. So not only Zuckerberg's Facebook, but many. His and his children and grandchildren and all of these people having multiple Facebooks, all communicate to each other. Not only that, imagine YouTube communicates with each other. Imagine I have a Facebook account and I can follow someone on YouTube. How cool is that? And I can comment on their videos and I can share it. And on Instagram also, and on Twitter. Oh my god, that's amazing. So this is what we are doing here, right? So look at this. This social network is based on Friendica. Friendica is one of the many federated such networks. Like I explained, this new kind of Facebooks and YouTubes that communicate with each other. You have PeerTube, that's the alternative for YouTube. You have Mastodon, the alternative to Twitter. GNU Social, Hubzilla, Diaspora, PixelFed, that is an alternative to Instagram. With all of this, I can follow them. I'll show you how and all of this cool stuff about it. Not only I can follow them, I can search for them on my own social network or my own friend. I just search for someone, and then that someone is on, let's say, Hubzilla. I don't care. Like, I don't discriminate. You be when you want, my friend. You be in this poor neighborhood or rich neighborhood or more green grass around your neighborhood. I don't care. You know, I see you the same like the other ones. So I can interact with you. I can follow you. It's so beautiful because it creates so many islands. So we create our own island. It's not like we are alone. No, my friends. Our social network is aware of about 3 million users, or 4 million users actually. So this is amazing. You can search for them, and I will show you how. But an also great thing about it is that despite the fact that these bastards, YouTube and Facebook and so forth, they don't provide an easy way for you to interact with them unless you have an account with their own fucking platform, there is a way out. So on our social network, you can basically follow anyone, any page on Facebook, you can follow any account on Twitter, and I will show you more about that, or on Instagram or SoundCloud or hundreds of other websites. Why? Because we have another tool called RSS Bridge, and why not go through this now to show you a little bit now. This RSS Bridge, what it does is like makes these awful companies a bit less awful. You know, they create an RSS feed of those websites. So say it's a Facebook page. I, Theo, cannot follow any Facebook page unless I have a Facebook account. But I don't want that, right? Because Alexios, like he said, you know, they can delete your account, they can delete your posts, they can. I was so fucking blasted for the past month. Every day I was waking up, Facebook would ban me every day. Not that I use Facebook, I just got some notifications from another tool that was using Facebook, and for nothing, just some photos I posted years ago. So even if you feel safe, well, just don't be safe. I don't say on Facebook. Okay, so the cool thing about this RSS bridge is that it creates an RSS feed for also everything. So say, I want to follow a Facebook page, right? What do? Go here on rss.trom.tf and search for Facebook. And then you see Facebook bridge, the main site, right? Show more. And then you can put the user here or a group of Facebook and then click HTML and you will get an RSS feed of that page. And then you can copy MRSS or Atom, you can right click and copy the address, and you can follow them on your social network. You can paste them in your contacts. That's what it is, just copy paste, and I'll show you how we do it maybe if I don't forget. But that's how simple it is. Out of YouTube, let me show you now. So if you scroll down, because I made some demos, these are the posts that you will see on the screen are the posts coming from different sources. This is on my own newsfeed, okay? So if I scroll down, you see this is a post coming from Mastodon. It looks the same, right? Like the other one. This is for Pleroma, Diaspora, Twitter, Friendica, Reddit, Instagram, yeah, even fucking Instagram, YouTube, Hubzilla. See, all of these posts, they look the same. And they're so cool because you can follow pretty much the entire internet. Honestly, if it's a website that has an RSS feed and you're like, oh, what is the RSS feed? You don't have to know what is the RSS feed. You just take the website, copy it, go to your contacts, I will show you later on, and paste it there. It's like, oh, I want this to be my contact. And Friendica, this social network that we have now, will automatically find the RSS feed and is going to follow that website. Okay. So let me...
So then basically if that website post something new, then you will be alerted in Friendica, right?
Exactly. You'll see there as any post without anyone doing anything. You know, that's the cool thing. And yeah, Alexio, I see you send a question there. We'll go through that after I'm presenting the social network here. Okay, just a bit more. And also, what color do you like? I made some themes. Let me show you some cool themes. Like this is how they kind of look like. This is how your friends look like. The friends page, you know, this is what red theme, this is red dark for those like me and Alexio, we like dark themes. Okay, I made the purple one. I'll show you the one that it looks like TROM site. See, it looks like TROM site. Isn't that cute? I could make themes for this because you have control. Okay, thank you to Michael and Hippolyte and Tobias, I think is his name, and so forth, the developers of Friendica, they are not only creating an amazing platform here, but they are very nice people. Like, they are very helpful. Imagine going to talk with fucking Zuckerberg. It's not going to happen.
Definitely not as nice as Michael and these guys.
Well, it doesn't say much about them, so they are really nice. Don't compare them to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah, just a bit more, and then we go deeper into this. But so you also you can customize it, and another thing that I absolutely love about Friendica is that you can create proper posts. So when you post your thoughts, that's the social network, right? You should post your thoughts, even though many people post their photos. I mean, you can also post photos. No one stops you. When you post thoughts, right? Sometimes you want to simply like edit them in a simple way. Like put a link there, here, make the text bold, put one image here, text, and one image there, and these things. Friendica is amazing. It's like one of a kind when it comes to these platforms. There are others like Mastodon, which is also really great, but Friendica, it really lets you compose really big posts, like as big as you want. As you can see here, you don't have to code anything. You select one piece of text and then make it bold. Put a link, whatever. This is how it looks like. It has live preview, right? So you can make really great posts. You can use this as your own blog. And that's fantastic, right? Because it's not only a social network, but also a blog. And of course, you can make it public or private, only share with people that you want to share with your friends and so forth. It has a lot more, of course. You can delete the posts that you don't like. You can mute people that you don't like. You can ignore others. You can find people based on similar interests. You can upload as many photos as you want, make albums. You can... why don't I go there to show you? Hold on, I'll make a great leap of faith and I just go here. Look at this. This is my page. My beautiful page. Here's my home on Friendica. And I'm the blue guy, WDWDI, because that's how my website is also. So I just selected the blue theme. You can select whatever you want. And let's go to my home feed. And if you see some bullshit posts, it's like not my fault, it's just whatever. If I don't like those people, I can unfollow them. Okay, let me go to the home page. So the home page, I can scroll like on every other social network, and if I see something, I can click comment, and I can post a comment, I can share it, I can give it a like. And the cool thing is, look, this guy is from Mastodon, for example. You see this thing here in Mastodon, because it doesn't discriminate. So I can click on anything that I can look how many protocols I have here. But these things don't matter really. There are people, this is from Pleroma. That's the beauty, because it's decentralized, and yet there are so many people there, and they can communicate with each other. And that's really great. So this is the home feed basically. If I want to see someone from people there, it's like I can click their name, or I can hover them, and then I can send a private message. I can remove them from my contacts. But if I click this guy's name, for example, I will see a stream of his page. And if he's working a bit slow, it's just because my internet connection is like doing many things now. Okay, it's not the server. Our server seems to be fine. Okay, or you can go to contacts. I'll show you. Go to contacts, and to contacts, you have your contacts here. You can put them into groups. It's so easy to put them into groups. You want to add a new contact, just add it here. Copy paste the URL, whatever you want. It can even be a website, as I said. You have notifications, you have calendars, you have another cool thing is this global community. So you have a news feed that is geared to you, and not like Facebook. It's just geared to you based on whatever you like, on whatever you follow. Then you also have here the community. We have the local community, meaning the people who are part of our own network, our own node, and these are the people who, just subscribe with our social.trom.tf, like, oh, look, it's TROM superhero here. See, TROM superhero has a page. Or you can click the global community, and the global community is basically just people from the entire fucking network, probably millions of people. And that's how you can discover new content, And yes, of course, you may discover flat earth or whatever the shit, maybe it's less likely. But but still, like, it's same with Facebook. Is like people might be retarded on both platforms, but at least here, like Sasha explained, I think it's much better. It's not the incentive. Yeah.
So it's
sure.
like even if you come across crazy content, which sure you will at some point or another, it won't be specifically fed to you. So in Facebook, if the algorithm reads that, oh my god, you might be interested in some conspiracies, they will feed you more and more conspiracies, and that's how they bamboozle your mind. Whereas in Friendica, because they're not collecting data and they're not incentivized to collect more and more data and to show you whatever you're going to whatever you'll watch to stay on the platform, because they don't have any incentive to do that. They just show you whatever people are posting, whatever's out there.
Yeah, you like
And
it,
so
Alex?
this global
Yeah,
community
sorry.
so that includes the whole Fediverse basically. So Friendica and Mastodon and all of these other ones.
Yeah.
So that's as if so if you compare that to Facebook, it would be as if your Facebook account will show stuff from Twitter and from Instagram and from YouTube and from all kinds of other platforms. So it's all integrated, which is really cool.
So Alex, do you like it?
I like very much how it looks now, our platform. For now, I'm looking at the comments because I think the answers we can provide are related to the topic, and we should not skip them for later because maybe our viewers are interested in our feedback about these questions. I shared them from YouTube on our Nextcloud chat.
Let's read them then, and then let's. So someone asks if the collected data was used to maximize one's abilities and functionalities, even though we couldn't understand how the algorithm decides how to do that, is that acceptable? So I think what they ask is like, hold on, let me switch. Can't data collection be used for good? To recommend maybe good things or improve functionalities and so forth. And I would say, of course, data collection is not really a problem as it is why it's collected. And Facebook collects it because they trade it for something else. That's why. If you collect data to improve someone's news feed or whatever, I think that's a completely different story. That's why we are saying, this trade idea and trade free is never 100% accurate, and you have to, it's just a way of thinking mainly. And you say, okay, what am I trading? And if they say, okay, we capture your data, to do good things, then okay, maybe I accept that. But the question is important. What am I trading here? What do you want from me? You want my data, Facebook says. And I'm saying, what do you do with the data? And Facebook tries to lie, but I know what Facebook does with my data. They want to make more money and profit, and that's not good. And to influence me to stay on the platform as long as possible. And one more thing, and then you guys can chip in. If data collection is done for good, it's usually opt-in. From what I've realized, it's like they will ask you, do you want to give your data so we can improve your experience? But usually on these platforms like Facebook, it's not even opt out. It's just, it is what it is.
And it's also important, that people are just made aware of this. Whereas Facebook, it's like, and these other platforms, you just have to agree. And even if you want to read through the terms and conditions, it's like 100 pages long or whatever. You don't really know what you're agreeing to, and of course they're using that data to maximize their profits. So that's
Unless Alexia wants to say anything, we can read the second one.
Yes, I would like to say only one thing. Some services depend on some data. Like if you want to achieve something, you are required, you need to provide some kind of data if you want to get the service. We also have this kind of approach. It's not your personal data, but you need to register an account if you want to use Friendica. But you can also use it without registering, just for reading through the pages. So it depends on the kind of collected data. And I will leave it like this because it's a very complex topic.
Yeah, and what you want to do with the data. What's
Yes.
your purpose there? And the second thing, I'm not sure I understand. Shasha, do you understand exactly? See in the chat, maybe?
What?
The second point or question there in the chat?
Uh, it's not a question, it's like a comment to help us. He said we should engage with our audience, basically.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what we do. You see, it's working.
But we should answer as quick as
Which I
possible.
sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, we try to answer as quick as possible, of course, but it's like I have a tablet here streaming on restreaming on YouTube when
I
things
know.
happening. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to pay attention to the different chats as well. So sorry if we don't engage as much as we'd like.
Yeah. Noel, you wanted
Yeah.
to say
Noel,
something?
you want to say?
I have a question.
Mhm.
So one main difference between the commercial social media like Facebook and Friendica is that Friendica is not worried about viewer watch time, I guess. They don't want you just to be looking at it to put advertisements on your face. They're not based on that.
Well, yeah, that's part of it, of course, but it's more than that because they also provide lots of ways for you to engage with Friendica and to like say you have many nodes of Friendica. You don't like this one, you can take your stuff, you can move to another one. You know, they are a lot more loose. They are more like friendly in that regards. You know, so yeah, they don't have ads. They don't
Yeah,
have...
yeah, and I think it's important, you know, where this trade-free idea comes into the picture here, because see, the people that made Friendica, they made that just to provide a nice service to people. So they made that just so people will use that and have a platform where they can communicate. Whereas Facebook made Facebook in order to profit off of this. So their main incentive is to make more money, not to provide a nice platform for people to communicate with each other. You understand?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and of course that changes the way that you make this platform and how you geared it towards what, you know. And I wanted to show you quickly because we have so many to go through, so we have to like speed up a little bit. In Friendica, I had this discussion today with someone from Mastodon, and I just show you like a little bit like, see, it's like a big discussion here. I had someone, and he's from Mastodon. I'm from Friendica. For him, it looks different, the way that he wants for the conversation to look on his own thing. For me, it looks the way that he looks. So, but we can interact with each other. We can befriend each other and message privately, even though he's on a completely different platform. So that's really fucking cool. Of course, you have notifications. You can mute whatever you want. You can look. Someone wants to be my friend. You know, I can click here, and yeah, I can accept being my friend and all of that. You know, it's simple. It's simple, and you can search here. Let me also show you quickly. Of course, you can search for hashtags. You can search for users and so for names and so forth. I like another feature that you can save stuff in folders. So say you can save a comment or you can save a post. So say I like this post. I'm like click here and I save to folder. I save to a folder. This one, you know, and I save to a folder, or I can remove it. I don't want to see it anymore. You can even auto collapse posts that are not in your own language, so you don't see that. Pizza commercial that I was seeing on Facebook recently. You have a lot of functionalities, you know. If you go to settings, you have a lot of control. How your notifications should be, whatever. You can also make pages, another cool thing. So after you go to your features and so forth, for example, this is what I did. If I click accounts, I can add a new account here, and a new account means like a page. I don't have to register anymore. It just creates a new page for me, separated one. So I created one for TROM, for instance. If I click the TROM page, it will also look differently because any page can customize itself, you know, based on the themes that are available, and more than that. But what I also did is a cool thing that I will show you now. So as you can see here in the accounts, I see what is with NASA. Oh, am I managing the NASA page? You know, what about science-based medicine? Oh, I even see the Venus Project or Peter Joseph here. Here's the cool thing about all of this. Let's click our friend, like Rafa said, Pedro Jose 1 point. It was very funny in a chat. Let's click Peter Joseph because sometimes I want to keep an eye on if he releases anything. I'm sorry, I speak very fast. I understand. I will speak a lot slower. So sometimes I want to see if Peter Joseph releases something, let's suppose, or TZM and so on. But he's on Twitter, TZM maybe is on Facebook, others are on YouTube, you know, and what I can do is to create a page that mirrors Peter Joseph's tweets, for example, and it's just automatic. It takes his tweets via that RSS bridge, you remember that? You know, I take that, it's as simple as taking that and going into contacts. I put it into contacts, right? And then I have it here, Twitter, blah, 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 Zygas film. And in the contacts, in profile, because you have many options, I can say mirror his posting as my own. And since I made a page for him, kind of, mirror the post as the page posts. So it's almost like Peter Joseph posts also on Friendica. You know, so that's cool because you can follow that directly, or you can follow that as your own friend. You know, you don't have to make a page for them, right? So that's cool because we also mirror a bunch of things on our own account. I'll quickly show you. And I told you I'm going to talk a lot. You know, I warned everybody. You know, you listen to me next time. Here on our TROM page, we mirror directly from all kinds of our for other pages, like from tromjaro.com, from videony.com. So every time there is that's the cool part, every time there is a new documentary, we post it on videony.com, but it's automatically posted here too. Like, and the page posts it. It's like, it's a natural kind of posts. You know, you have this ability, and this is really fucking cool. That's one of the, to me, the selling point, if you want, of this social network. I love that. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Sorry for talking so fast. And that's the social network. What do you think, Noel? Let's say, because you are not on Friendica, you don't know the social platforms. What do you think about it? Be honest and give us some bad feedback now. Or you don't give us any feedback, it's okay. It's okay. He fell asleep. I told you. Yeah, so this is our Friendica. You can you make an account here, and you might think, well, it's a bit of a waste of time to make an account there because like I have so many accounts. But as I said, with this one, you can follow so many on Facebook, you know, so you don't lose that. You follow the pages on Facebook that you followed before, Twitter, websites.
Yeah, and if you're tired, you know, say of, you know, Facebook collecting your data and showing you all these ads and nonsense bullshit, you know, but you still, you know, want to follow certain people or certain pages on Facebook, you know, as Tio explained, you know, you can make an account on Friendica and continue to follow those pages, you know, and just use Facebook less, because it really, I don't think people realize how much time it sucks up from their lives. It's also such a waste of time to be, you know, scrolling through nonsense, and a waste of your brain too. So if there are certain pages that you want to continue following, you can make an account, you can still follow them, and if you really feel the urge of to like comment on something on Facebook, then, you know, log into your Facebook account and comment there if you want. But on Friendica still you can, you know, connect with millions of people through the Fediverse, and, you know, and you can you can interact with them as well. So
yeah,
it's great.
Not with the Facebook pages, you cannot interact directly on Friendica because Facebook doesn't allow that. You know, maybe we can make it so that you can do that with Twitter, for example. But just keep that in mind. Is to follow those, and it's a, if you see here, it's a little button. If you can, my mouse, you cannot see my mouse, anyways. It's a little button there. You can always see the source, and you can quickly comment if you see some post from Facebook. Click that, and then comment if you want to comment. But maybe I recommend you not commenting on Facebook because you may waste your time. I did that when I managed TVP magazine. Like, I debated with many people on Facebook, and apparently it's just you lose neurons there and they never come back. That's our
because people's biggest argument about, you know, not getting off of Facebook is that, oh, but most people are there, you know, and I don't want to be, you know, in this echo chamber of, you know, people just talking to each other, you know, are just our group. But it's not just our group, you know, there's, like we said, millions of people on the Fediverse, and
yeah,
you can interact with lots of different people.
Yeah, you can even use it as a
Yeah.
your email client if you know how to set it up. It shouldn't be that difficult. So you can even send emails. When you post a post, it goes on email to someone if you want. It's a lot. It's a lot to discover there. So I would say just go and explore it, because we have more to more to say about the other services. But yeah, Alexio and Noel, some thoughts I want from you about the social platform. Huh?
So I may try to say a few words. I started using it more on our TROM-TF instance. I tested it before, but now I started using it. It's very easy to add your content, and there are no limits. That's the main selling point for me, because you can write very long posts if you want, and you can add videos, pictures, links, and these are not censored. If you want to share a link to some copyrighted material, and some other platform may censor it, on this platform it stays, and no one very soon will tell you it's not acceptable to post some link. But usually the link is to some content you found online, and it's interesting. You maybe don't know if there is an issue about copyright. So maybe at some point we should keep in mind that as administrators of this server, we may be contacted about some post of other people. But as you said, on the main page for other platforms too, the content is a responsibility of the users. So in extreme cases, if something is very wrong with some content, it may be removed because there are some legal issues with this. But in general, the content should be kept on this trade-free platform.
Yeah, it's a good point actually. We had to address that a little bit, because so look, it's because it's on our servers. Of course, we can get into troubles, but we don't want to censor anything. We have enough of that on Facebook and so forth. And if ever happens that, and it needs to be like an extreme case, like someone will sue us or some shit, then we will make that public, and we will not want to remove it, but only when our instance is in danger of being removed altogether. We rather remove one post than removing the instance. So it must be an extreme case. In general, it's your, that's how it should be. It's your responsibility. What the fuck do I care? You know, you check something. If someone does like some bad things in this building, right? Who's the fuck? Like, do you go after the owner of the fucking building? You know, go after them if you want to go after them. You know, same with us. You know, we provide the building and some rooms. Whatever you do there, it's your own business. That's how it should be. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
Next platform.
Okay, the next platform. Bam. Next platform. So this is alternative to Facebook and Twitter, the one that we presented to you. Ooh, next platform, files. What do you mean by files? Don't click that. I'm sorry, that's how I react. Okay. Files. Files is an alternative to Dropbox or to Google Drive, because, you know, if you want to host your files online, you need a place. Or where do you put them? Oh, you put them on Google Drive because that is free. This is not free. You know, stop using the word free. It's not fucking free. It's not fucking free. It's really not fucking free. I give so many examples in that trade, like the original most problem. It's like, if a dude comes to a little girl and be like, hey, little girl, you know, I'll give you this bike. Can I get some nude photos with you though? But I sure I'll take them, you know, and I can follow you and stuff. Will the girl go home naive saying, I got a free bike? You know, don't be naive. Google is not free. They collect your data, they put ads into your motherfucking face, you know, it's just not free, you know. But we provide a really free file storage. So it's an alternative to Google Drive and Dropbox, and this one is, I would say, even better, because I use Google Drive, I use Dropbox a lot, and we moved here. So this one, the main limitation is this one, is that we can only provide 3 gigabytes for free for every user, because I mean, we barely have I have to move from this apartment in 2 months, just so you know, because I don't have money to pay the rent anymore. this is our budget, so thank God for those 3 gigabytes.
Yeah.
So understand that we are not Google. So 3 gigabytes may be not enough, but the cool thing about this one is that you can attach any hard drive, any external hard drives. So it's quite easy. You go into your settings and you can attach any, like say you buy, there are some like services that offer lots of terabytes or even cheaper than Google. You make an account there and you just ask them, hey, give me the FTP or REST FTP login stuff. They give it to you. You put them in your Google Drive thing. Sorry, Google Drive. Shit, fuck. into TROM files, and then you expand your space with as much as you want. So in a way, if you accept to pay for Google for more storage, you can also do so here. Just so you know, it's not difficult. You can also contact us and we can deal with that. But yeah, 3 gigabytes means it's a not that much, but it means like 2,000 high quality photos or 3,000 MP3 files or many thousands documents, right? So it's not that little anyway. So
Pretty good. For free.
yeah, it's completely for free. And the best part here, is that we have a full Office suite in the cloud, and that's really cool. It's Office suite. If you want to edit documents and collaborate on them, it's like one of the most powerful Office editors, right? And it's for everyone's disposal. You can create spreadsheets, you can create presentations, you can create whatever you want in terms of documents. And that's really, really cool. It's like Google Docs. See, because people are missing Google Docs, I was also using Google Docs most of the time to have my books proofread and our other books proofread, because you can track and see who made what changes. We have that here. If you want to use this for your documents, honestly, you don't need more than 3 gigabytes. Imagine you put all of your documents there. It's enough, I think. It's enough. What do they have? There are live chats for every document. It's really, even translators and charts and dictionary, and you can share the documents with anyone, even if someone doesn't have an account. You just share with them, and I will show you when I go inside the app. Now I'm just reading a presentation that I made with my own little hands. I'm happy with it. So it's more than just documents, of course. It's your photos. Your photos will automatically get organized. So imagine that you can sync with your phone, because it's also a desktop app and a phone app, and your photos can go directly into the cloud. 3 gigabytes, I know, but it's even Dropbox just gives 2 gigabytes for free, and iCloud I think is just 5 gigabytes, but because it's iCloud, it's just fancy gigabytes. It's around 1 gigabyte of normal gigabytes. Anyways, it's overpriced. That's all I'm saying. And you can also put your music there. And it organizes into albums. You can even listen to music. Sorry, I started to talk again very fast. You can listen to music there. It's very, very cool. And I will go now and show you. I'll click Files. Let me show you how Files looks like. This is our alternative to Google Drive and Dropbox. You have here a few tabs. You have Files, Photos, Music, and Duplicate Finder. It automatically finds duplicated files. So if you go to Files, you see it's very simple and very easy to use. You go to Files and you have your own files, right? You can create folders. The cool part is that you can share any folder. You can rename them. You can right-click, do a bunch of things. If you click here, Shared, you have the option to share with anyone. It's also an option that, for example, I can allow someone to upload. So I can create a folder and give to Alexio and say, hey, Alexio, you can upload into this folder. You don't need any account. And he can just drag and drop files there if he wants to send me a file. It's as easy as that. Or you can allow them it can be password protected. It's really is. I think it's better than Google Drive, if you ask me. You want to create a new document, click here and say, okay, I want to create a new document. Say, Theo and Alexio did it. Great. Enter. File created, and now you should open the document with only Office. See, I'm so, even Apple doesn't do this fucking live demos. I'm telling you, they rehearse before. And even so, they fucking fail. So far, I did not. I'm brave. See, and this is a collaborative document, right? It's a fully fledged document. Like you can invite people here like with Google Docs, and you can collaborate on this. You can edit it in the same time. You can see the history. You have all kinds of tools in the collaboration, co-editing mode, how you want to be displayed, like whatever. You can do version history, everything that you have there. It's automatically saved in the cloud. So how cool is that? How do you, Alexia? What do you think about this? Because OnlyOffice is great, huh?
It's really useful.
It's very useful. You have spreadsheets. You have so in terms of documents, you can upload your documents. I edit them here. It's really cool. Even you have a video here, for example. If I click the video, I can even see the video. Hey.
From this distant vantage point,
Listen to it.
the Earth might not seem of any particular interest.
Carl Sagan. Great video. So you can even preview the videos here or share with anyone. You can even convert them. Guess what? Yeah, you can right click and convert them into other formats directly into the cloud. You can extract archives here, archives. Like I said, you can even music and photos. Let me show you. So photos, I click photos. It takes the photos from your folders automatically and displays them based on when they were created. So you see, you have your photos here. You have your music. I'll click music. Don't judge me. It's like a default pack that I found somewhere to just showcase the music. It might be Britney Spears here. I'm now listening to this. I don't own it. I don't know where it's from. This is not my account. So it organizes music into. Let's just put something here. You see, and you can listen to your music here, which is cool, right? Yeah. What else can I show you? It's geared for files, to host files, to share files, to collaborate on files, to edit files. And I think it's a great tool. Like, it's a really solid one. What is it missing? Let's see. What do you guys think is missing from here? Nothing.
I can tell you something. I recommended this Nextcloud platform to some groups of people, and there are, as I know, hundreds of people using one single instance. And from their experience, there are only few modules that are mainly used, but they may prefer, it depends on some certain particular scenarios. There are some add-ons, some extensions on Nextcloud that can be added or removed. It depends on the usage. So we may consider adding maybe some other tools if our users ask for this. They can check on Nextcloud website which are the available add-ons, and we can use their feedback to improve our files service.
Yeah, of course. Nextcloud is not just about files. You can do the chat that you see in the TROM live, tromsite.com/live. And by the way, we made this page. It's quite cool now. You can see the live streaming and the chat besides. I like it. We use still a Nextcloud installation, and we have chats. You have all kinds of other tools there to organize. But I wanted to just gear this towards files because I want to make solid tools that the more you add there, the more the possibility to not set it up right or fuck them, because it's like some updates may fuck everything over. So yeah, if you think you want a specific add-on and so forth, you can let us know. Another cool thing is that you have also file versioning. So even if you can see the versions of any file and you can restore it, it's automatic. If you delete them, you get the versions into the recycle bin and so forth, the trash bin. So it's a complete solution for file storage. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. The only limitation could be the storage space. But I'm telling you, if you click external storages in your settings, I'll even show you. This is really not that difficult. Hold on. I have more options than other people because I'm an admin here. I hope I don't expose anything that's important. External storage. Okay, let me show you quickly. So I disabled Amazon and whatever because they are not trade free in many regards. But you can, if you have like an FTP or local or Nextcloud or whatever SFTP, you just click it and you put your credentials here. You know, it's not a big deal. If you can ask the company where you buy this from or whatever, if you have access to some free ones, you put them here, and then that's it. Click OK, and then you extend the storage space to terabytes if you want. For example, I saw this is for VPS. I don't know. It's a kind of company that provides storage space and servers. And for example, for 2 terabytes, Google charges like 10 euros a month, and this company was charging 5. So you can have more terabytes with this one. It's even cheaper if you want to trade your currency for them with that. That's the best that we can do for now. Any questions, any remarks, any criticism? Oh, speak now or shut up forever.
Oh, that's great.
Whew. Don't worry, these first ones are the biggest ones. The rest are easy to present. We go towards something now that we also use at this moment. Videos. Because one of the hardest alternative to provide, right, is a video fucking platform. Like, how the fuck to provide a video platform? And we do it. We provide a fucking YouTube alternative. Let me show you. Oh my god, I'm having a party with myself today. This is a video platform. Let me switch screen so I show you. So, of course, no ads, no fucking data collection, no bullshit, you know, no fucking YouTube algorithm craziness. It's the same that we talked about with Facebook. I don't think it's pointless to say that again, because we will say the same things. YouTube is incentivized. If you watch flat earth videos, more flat earth videos, you know, that's what it is, you know. And even if you don't watch flat earth videos, if some video is like, Google algorithm knows that, oh, you know, this video makes people stay more on the platform, probably they will suggest that to you. You know how people have this bullshit argument.
Yeah, and they will suggest more and more intense content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how people have this bullshit argument that, oh, not even we at YouTube know how the algorithm works, you know. I mean, you kind of know, you know the outcomes. You know that you want people to stay on the platform. So in that regards, you kind of know. You tweak it for that purpose. It's not like, oh, it's so fucking random, you know, this AI. No, it's not that fucking random, this AI. And sorry to bore you, but I will keep on explaining now our videos, that TROM.tf. Let's proceed. So, in the same way that Friendica, it's a little island. So we create our own little island where users can subscribe and have access to our server, and this island talks to other islands. In the same way, PeerTube works in the same way. We have our own little island, and we say to people, come to our island. We have food and enough stuff for like a few thousand people maybe. But you may say, oh, but that's just too small. Yes, but the point here is that the bridges between islands are the ones that are important. Because you don't even realize that this little island has so many people and so much shit because there are so many bridges and people come and go, you see? From this island come and go. And they bring stuff with them and so forth. So in this regards, to create a video platform, you need a lot of storage space. If you were to build it on one island, like YouTube is, you need petabytes. I don't even know what's after petabytes of data. I don't even know what the word for that is, but you need crazy. Like, how many users are on YouTube? Like 1 to 2 billion users. If everyone uploads like 1 to 2 gigabytes, it's just like insane amounts. But yeah, Google has the money, it has the power, has the server, so they can control everything. To put up with this, PeerTube, and thank you to PeerTube for creating this amazing piece of software. PeerTube created these islands, and like I said, on each island you have a limited amount of users, but the more islands, the more users. The more users, the more content. And even the streaming, when you make a streaming, if some people see the stream, let me just check out of curiosity this is our stream. If anyone watches it, maybe no one watches it, but that's fine. We have 2 peers here. So from server from peers, you see what happens is that when we stream on, say, PeerTube, and you watch the PeerTube video, what happens is that like you also give me the video, not only the server. So you grab a little bit of the video and you give to Alexio. Alexio grabs a bit of the video, gives to Sasha. And with each other, we create this massive streaming platform that every user is a streamer. It streams to others. It's like torrents. That's how they work. So isn't that fantastic? Because you put very little stress on the servers, right? And you can scale up. That's the thing here. These are not, sometimes I think people may criticize me by saying, look, Theo, but you do what kibbutz were doing that you're criticizing about these self-sustainable communities. Like, you say that self-sustainable communities don't work to like make a model of a future society and scale it up, because this doesn't scale up. And yes, I criticize these self-sustainable communities because they really cannot scale up the way that they are built. With these online tools, they are a model of a future digital society, like digital tools that can also scale up. This is not our little island, really. This is an online thing that can scale up to billions of human beings. It's not just a demo. That's what you have to understand. It's not like, oh, your little things. No. This can scale up. And that's the fantastic thing about it. And the more users there are, the better, actually, in many regards. And that's what I was explaining here, that we have our own island and there are many different islands out there, but we have very good bridges, big ones, good ones. Like, for example, all of these videos that you see here in the left side, they look like that, but they come from completely different islands. And yet they are on our own platform. How come? And I'll show you more about that. And this video, for example, is not from, this guy didn't upload the video on our instance, but if I click it, let's click this video. It opens up with our platform. This is our alternative to YouTube. And I can click play. Hold on. Audio, yes. I can click play. And look at this. I see this guy's video on our own platform, where I'm also subscribed. I have not subscribed. I have an account. And if I have an account, I can subscribe to the guy, even though he's not on our island. This is fucking mind-blowing, because it means that we have access to hundreds of thousands of videos suddenly from our own platform. And whatever I search here, and I search something here, and it could be very crazy videos sometimes, but let's see. TROM site. I can search on our island or on all of the islands. So I click enter. And look at this. I see many videos that our instance found that are not from our own island. Some are from our island, some are not. So it's not discrimination there. It's like, you see this mammoth, this giant that we created just out of little islands. And that's the fucking amazing thing. And you watch the videos on our platform, and you can subscribe to them, and you can comment to them, and isn't that fantastic? Not only that, but even if you don't have a PeerTube account, if I click here to subscribe, I can put my Friendica account, because it's the same. They are federated, understand? So you don't even need a PeerTube account. If you already have an account on our social.trom.tf, that's all you need. See, no more accounts. And can you also talk, because I have to drink some water, because I will choke.
Yeah, so maybe it's kind of like, instead of having what YouTube or Google, having this, massive servers and all of the power behind the platform they provide, PeerTube basically takes it, rather than having one massive server, they have different people and organizations that host, smaller pieces of the platform. So smaller, like Theo said, islands. So ours is called videos.trom.tf, right? Another one could be called, we had before GorfTube or something like that, or PeerTube or whatever. Anyway, they're on different, under different names, but it's all the same thing. It's all PeerTube. So you can watch videos throughout the entire platform, which is hosted by all kinds of different people, so on different servers. So it's not like one organization or one big company that has all of the control and then is using this control to profit off of you and, make things bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's also very important.
So that's the beautiful thing. And because of that, also, these platforms, again, they're made to provide the service rather than to profit off of the service. So we won't show any ads. We're not collecting your data. We're not asking for anything in return to use this platform.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And it's quite fast, if you so far, let's see when people use it, but it should be fast. We have 1 gigabyte connection.
We have 10 peers now because I shared the PeerTube link on YouTube and they followed very shortly. So it works better now. Our server load, it's reasonable, and as many peers as possible, the better it works.
You see? How cool
That's
is
great.
that? Yeah, it has all kinds of functionalities like another really cool functionality is let me show you if I go here, no here, no here. So let's say I want to upload, I want to publish. Okay, you can select any video to upload. You can even be an audio file, or you can import with an URL, and that's super cool because say you have a video on YouTube, just paste the URL here and click import, and that's it. It imports the video, it imports the title, the description, the tags. It imports everything, and it works with hundreds of websites. It can be from Vimeo, it can be from Dailymotion, it can be almost any source. How amazing is that, right? Even you can import with torrents, or you can go live like we just did now and still working, which is fucking great. You know, I love that. And you have, we try to provide unlimited, because this is another problem again. Can I upload as many videos as I want? Some people will probably ask. Well, yes and no, you know, but yes, in the sense that, you know, I looked at like 100 instances of PeerTube to see how much really people upload, because you can look at that. And they upload usually 1 to 2 gigabytes each of them, because most people use these platforms to just watch stuff or follow stuff. So in that regards, I think we have a powerful server to host a few hundred people, maybe a few thousand. We'll see. We can also expand if that's the case. But right now, we don't put any limits. Like you can start to upload. I mean, don't be a douchebag and start to upload the fucking crazy amount of shit, because then we are going to limit for everyone, so we don't discriminate. So, you know, just so you know. But it's not more than 2 gigabytes a day, because I mean I think it's fucking reasonable, you know, for our possibilities. So no more than 2 gigabytes a day, and all videos will be converted. Also, that's another cool thing, converted into HD and Full HD, and if it's 2K, we'll also convert into K. What else? Anyone can add a support button. See how cool it is? You can add a support button, and you can add whatever onto the support button if you want to support. Sharing is also super cool. I will show you here, for example. Here I shared an entire video, and this video, it's how long is, like an hour and something. It's our video about I think education. So you can check the entire video, or here's a cool thing, you can check just one part of the video. So only one part of that video will play, just one single part. How cool is that? Because you can check just one, if you want just one segment, and it will stop, like just one segment, and that's it. So we have control over sharing, you have control over that. I removed the likes, the dislikes, and the views. I'm like, what? Why did you do that, you jackass? Because it's like, what's the point? Like, honestly, now we are living in this society where we think that this have any fucking meaning. Like, oh, this video has 1 million views. So what? What the fuck does it mean? According to who? To YouTube, that equates 15 seconds with a view? To Facebook, who says 3 seconds is a view? Who, you know? It's just crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Last time I looked,
Besides,
Facebook...
the most viewed videos are probably the dumbest, so
Yeah.
what does that say?
Doesn't
And
say
relevant scientific videos are not very liked, probably. So
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the point of that, you know? So
yeah. We were talking about this the other day. Like, imagine you go to the grocery shop and then every item there was like, you know, showed you how many people bought this, you know.
yeah.
Oh
And you
yeah.
go to like, oh, you know, today, you know, 240 people bought this bottle of wine, you know, and that must be the good one compared to the other one. Okay, buy this one, you know. That's
I think it will
and it
happen,
gets into
Sasha.
your head. It really,
I think it will
yeah,
happen like that.
because that's how people judge things nowadays. How many views, how many likes.
Yeah, which is
And that's how they
weird.
judge each other too. That's bad.
Yeah. It's only because of our trade-based society, if you think about, because we made them into assets. Likes are not just likes. Likes can mean that you get more, like some promotional thing that you can put on your videos, because, or views and so forth. It means money and power. We traded. we are trading likes and views, and then we ironically start to associate views and likes with quality, you know, as if it's a currency. So fuck that shit. No, why do you need that? You want to watch some content? Just watch the content and judge it.
Sure.
Look, here's the thing. If you go on videoin.com, it's a website that I made since 2012. I saw thousands of fucking documentaries probably. Not once I was like, how many views does this one have? No, I just watch the fucking documentaries and I just judge them later on. And if it's good, it's not good. You know, I don't fucking need that shit. So I don't think anyone needs that shit, if you ask me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
agree.
actually, if you go for the most watched documentaries, they'll probably be the most bullshit ones that you'll see on Netflix. You know, maybe
Probably.
Netflix has that option.
Probably. So yeah, that's our video platform. And I think it's interesting. If you click discover, of course, these are not from our platform. I don't know what you're going to discover here, but you know, whatever it is, whatever it is, you know. And you can, I understand that maybe it's not series, not content that you may want to watch because it's not. I don't know. Maybe YouTube. I'm sure YouTube has a lot more videos. I understand that, but give it a try if you want to host the videos there. We hosted how many fucking like. So hold on, let me show you something because Alexio is a bit crazy good. So we hosted our own videos, like 260 almost. We uploaded every video. Imagine that. So we put a lot of stress on our server, but it handled. So all of our videos are on TROMTube. It's the TROM channel. See, here's TROM. That you just can search for it or whatever. But you can make as many channels as you want. So we also made the VideoNet channel, and yeah, this number is with 3 digits, 649, because Alexio, Alexio uploaded all of the VideoNet trailers, you know, for our documentaries on VideoNet. Not only uploaded there, but he tagged them, he put the description, he like everything. Like, it's so cool actually, because you can search for documentaries and you see their trailer, and then you can also see in the description, he's still, it's an ongoing thing. In description, you can see what the documentary is about and a link to VideoNet. So you can find hundreds of documentary trailers on our PeerTube, on videos.trom.tf, and you can click and watch them then on VideoNet. Because Alexio, I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it somehow. Alexia, you still have to add more, huh? To
Yes, I finished these movies and courses because their number is quite low compared to almost 1,000 documentaries.
So you see how nice he did it here. He like, this is the the title, and he put it the description. And you can watch it trade free here. It's really cool. It's really nice. See, he did it. He did a really great job. Yeah, you can also create playlists and so forth. So it's a proper video platform. That's what I'm saying. Okay, it's a proper video platform, and use it. We recommend, just go there, push your videos. TCM people or TVP, if you want, go ahead. It's trade free. Oh, it even rhymes. Oh, I'm so smart. What else should I show here? I think that's all for this one. Unless you want to, anyone can say anything. Oh, well, sorry. I have many thoughts, Alex. I'm sorry. You go. I'm sorry.
Yes, I wanted to add that this platform enables us to collect some videos we find online and make them private if we are concerned about copyright issues. So if we find something very interesting online, we save it and we may upload it in our account on this PeerTube, for example, but make it private so we can keep it. That's another usage we can find for this platform.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, like Sasha, you had some videos that were removed from YouTube when you posted them in your blogs. Remember? Just embed some videos in your blogs.
Yeah, I was embedding some documentary or whatever. Yeah, and then they're gone. So yeah, so it's a good way to maybe post whatever you want. I mean, upload the content and then you can post it in your blog or wherever. So
yeah. And other features are like you can also subscribe via RSS to any channel directly. if you have an account, you will remember the video. So if you watch a video and you stop at this second, you will remember that. That's cool. You can even make an account to follow others, so you don't have to upload anything. You can mute accounts, of course, and if you don't want to see something. What else? You can add annotations to videos. You can add subtitles. You can download pretty much any video if the one who uploads it lets you. We let you download all of our videos. And yeah, I think it's a fantastic platform.
Oh, and did you mention how you can share just a portion of it,
Yes, ma'am.
of the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
We did that. Okay. We have more, but don't worry. Even though I have to go pee, I will stay here. So you don't worry about that. So now, people, you have an alternative to Facebook and to Twitter, and to put your thoughts there, to express yourself, to follow others. It's fantastic. I fucking love Friendica. I feel drunk when I think about it because I really love it. I can post whatever the fuck I want, and you can post whatever the fuck you want, and I can express myself, and I found so many interesting people there. I don't fucking need the people from Facebook if they don't want to come. So many interesting people. Just go and friend me. I have many friends on Friendica. So, because you also see what I'm interacting with. So if I click I like something, you will see that in your newsfeed. So it has this natural ways of inbuilt that it lets you discover new stuff, but stuff that you may also you might be interested in because you are friends with me and so forth. Anyways, so you have alternatives trade-free to Facebook, Twitter. Amazing, right? Super cool. You have a trade-free alternative to Dropbox, Google Drive, and Google Docs. You can put your documents there, collaborate, and so forth. It's really useful. You have alternative to YouTube, which is amazing. Imagine that you can even go live. Look at us. We are live. Can you believe that? Yeah. And now, what else people are using online? A search engine. This is a big one. And I love this one. A search fucking engine. Okay? Because when you want to search something online, you use a search fucking engine. But how can you be better than Google? Well, we are better than Google because we use Google. And we use many other search engines, So basically, search, that's what we use. It does the searches for you. You use our search, you search whatever you want, and then our server basically does the searches for you, and then strips away all of the ads and data collection and displays you the search results. So it acts as an intermediary, a trade stopper kind of. And it's really fantastic. So imagine this. Imagine you take Yandex, Wikipedia, Google, Yahoo, Quant, DuckDuckGo, Bing. You take all of this, you make it into one giant search engine. And that's what we did. That's what it is here. And it's fucking amazing. I'm using it daily for many, many months now. It works perfectly fine. And believe me, you see, I talk a lot. I also write a lot. I search a lot. I'm like a squirrel. So I search a lot of things, and it's useful. If it wasn't useful for me, I will not recommend it, to be honest. We tweaked it in a way that is useful. So I will show you something here. You can search categories that are even better than on Google. You can search a general search, of course, and I'll show you now. Let's search for Carl Sagan, because for some reason, I don't know, I always test with Carl Sagan. So, Carl Sagan. I always search with Carl Sagan. I don't know. That's how I test search engines. Don't ask me why. So I search for Carl Sagan. You see, it looks pretty. We prettify it. It's nice. And you can see here when you search for Carl Sagan where the search results come from. This one comes from Yahoo and DuckDuckGo. This one from DuckDuckGo, Start Page, and so forth. And the results are always quite relevant. You see, Wikipedia is in one of the first. Oh, because I even made a mistake. I made a typo here. It says Carl, and even so, it worked very well. But if I say Carl Sagan, because I know how to write, you can even have a Wikipedia card, and you can read about Carl Sagan here in the right side. You can have suggestions. You can even subscribe to like a subscription search. You can even click the catch version. This is very interesting because it showcases the same page via the Internet Archive. So it's a saved page. Okay, so how cool is that? Next we have files. This is one that's exciting. Let's see if it works now. It works most of the time, pretty much all of the time. If you click files, you can search for files directly to download on torrents. So here you can have Carl Sagan's book, whatever. Some people say, oh, but that's illegal, but I don't care. It's not my website. Is people should have access to information. Give me a break. So you can search for files. That's fucking amazing, right? You can search for documentaries if you want, and you have here a magnet link. Click that and download it. How simple is that? Images, right? Because we also want to see Carl Sagan's face. Oh, I miss Carl Sagan. He should be around now talking to us. He should present this search. This search engine is like billions and billions of times better than Google.
Great for all humans.
Humans. Designed for humans. See? Images for Carl Sagan. Look at his pretty face. Oh, he's like a nice grandpa. And you can get the image, you can see the source of the image. See, it's like Google, but better. In this, there are no ads. Okay. IT, map, music, news, all of these things, even videos. So yeah, you see. What the fuck is this news? Will Carl Sagan have agreed with Elon Musk going to Mars? Okay. I don't think he will agree with Elon Musk going to Mars.
So it's another topic.
That's another topic.
Probably not. So people might say like, oh, but what about DuckDuckGo? Isn't that?
Thank you for asking. Fuck them. I'm sorry, but like if you put ads as your first results there, you just deceive people. And you have a very bad incentive there as DuckDuckGo. People are, oh, use DuckDuckGo. Don't use DuckDuckGo. Just use Circs. You have no ads. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's my only comment.
And not data collection, because our search does not keep at all any data for the searches.
Good point. Perfect point. Yeah. Of course, you can search by day, week, last year. You can check the language. And another super cool thing is that if you go to preferences, let me amaze you. Here you have complete control. Like, first thing that you may want to do, just to see that is my creation, is you select Logico Dev Dark, and this is the dark side of the search engine. You see, I made the dark template to a dark theme, so I like that. If you go to settings, you see you can select all kinds of things. You want the safe search to be on, strict, moderate. You can go to search engines. Alexio, you should say something about these things, because you know about search. Why is it so cool to select stuff?
Actually, the most interesting demonstration you can do now is to go to preferences and activate every single it's a single button, just to activate every single search engine and make a search, because some searches will work, some will not, and this will make a point. This tool can be used at its maximum capacity, very easy, by enabling every possible search tool integrated with Circs. And using it, you can have a very quick overview of a particular topic. It's a great tool for research, you can say. You should also showcase the science tab. Absolutely. Because there you can find, I think it's a button, enable all, allow all.
Yeah, I enabled everything, and I searched, and it worked. Just a few didn't work, but okay. I was scared.
So this is for demonstration purposes, also to stress out a little bit our server, because we have
it's
enough resources.
It's a great time when we are live.
Yes, we have enough resources for this. That's why I'm proposing this. Our Circs instance for demonstration purposes has a timeout. So there are some errors because some external search engines didn't answer in time. So these results are not shown because they are not provided, but we have a better collection of results from as many as possible sources at once. So any potential user should be aware of this possibility to enable all the search engines, and after this failed with for some search engines failure, he can disable this and continue by default with the ones who work.
Yeah, yeah, that's great because you have complete control over whatever search engines you want. And we tweaked it a lot. Like I had to test a lot to see what engines to enable to work the fastest and to have yield the best results. And it's tweaked. And if you do anything in the preferences, you click save, and you will save. You will remember your settings. You don't need an account or anything like that. You want to restore to default? Click reset to default.
Yes, but it should be mentioned the preferences are stored in the local browser usually, so it's better to remember the settings if you want to use another computer or another browser, and it can be easily done because there is a link you can copy with all the preferences.
Yeah, exactly what I was showing now. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a fantastic search engine. You know, I'm forcing my parents to use it. I'm forcing everyone to use it. It's default in TROM Jaro. I mean, it will be when I release a new TROM Jaro. The previous one is default. We already used Circs for months now.
Yes, I would like to add something. Our previous search engine, now located at tromland.org, should be available for quite some time in the future because it's also hosted at an alternate address, collabora.vps.webdoc.io/circs. I will keep this server online a few months because I think it has something not yet available in our TROM-TF Circs instance.
What is that?
It's a proxy we used for our Tromland, or our current Tromland instance. So if you want to visit any website without being tracked, we have on our current tromland.org for Circs enabled another link like a proxy to visit any website. It can be useful when your IP is blocked in certain countries. So we should try to find a solution with Unohost and add this add-on proxy for Circs.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep. Yeah, and
So-
if you want to add the search engine as a default one, because people may say, "Oh, should I visit this page all the time?" No. In Firefox, for example, you have three little dots on top. If you click them and you click add search engine, I cannot show you now because it doesn't. You cannot. But yeah, you can add this search engine very easily. You just add search engine. Click the three little dots in Firefox. And I don't know in Chrome how it is, but don't use Chrome anyways. Yeah. Oh, my knees. Yeah, I think it's a great tool. Sasha uses it too.
Great job. Yeah, I use it too. It's great. There's a comment in the discussions chat too. I think about the PeerTube though. Should I read it?
Yep.
Yeah. So, D Headshot says, I do think the ratings would be useful, but not a simple upvote downvote, as that's too simplistic. There should be some kind of more nuanced rating system. I mean, there you can comment, right, on the
Yeah,
videos on
of course.
PeerTube. So
Yeah.
otherwise, I don't know how rating system. I don't know.
That always ends up in disaster from what I've seen. Like people have their own biases and their own it was this funny thing with every video that we were doing a Tromcast, someone was just downvoting us even before we
It's like to just
we don't have on YouTube. Okay, maybe no.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's relevant, but we'll see. These things will improve. We just released these things, okay? So Okay, let's go quickly to the other ones. Are we ready? Are we ready? Yes, say yes, yes. Good.
Yes.
Okay, next one that is also useful because we can provide lots of services, but we try to just keep the ones that are very useful. So far, I think you agree with me. These are quite useful. We use them daily. Here's another one. It's called send. This send is, you know that WeTransfer, many people use this WeTransfer when they want to transfer some big file to some other human being and it's full of ads and all of that. But they say, oh, but it's so easy, you know, drag and drop and then check the link. Well, guess what? That's what it is here. Send.rom.tf. It's as easy as, see how easy it is? No ads, no premium subscriptions, nothing like that. You can send the file up to 3 gigabytes. I'll talk more slowly now. Up to 3 gigabytes. All of the files are encrypted, so we cannot read whatever you are sending there. You can create a zip archive, you can put a password, you can delete after the first download. You can host it for 24 hours or 7 days. It's up to you. And that's kind of what it is. And it remembers, if you use the same browser, it will remember what files you also sent, so you can come back and see here in my files. So it's as simple as that. Drag and drop, share a file, encrypted. Simple. Very simple.
That's how I like it.
Yep. Another one is called text. Sometimes you may want to share a piece of text with someone and collaborate on that piece of text. And this one is exactly geared for that. You know, you want a quick text document, no account, anything like that. You go here, and you either click new pad or you put a name here. Let's click new pad. And you will create a unique text document for us. And with this text document, you can format the text, you can put whatever text you want, you can invite people and say, hey, look, I'm sharing something with you. Noel, the man behind OBS.
It's the Japanese symbol of something.
Yes, I noticed last time.
Who is the eye? You can see the history with this kind of thing if people make edits and so forth. So it's just a simple way. You have a chat here and everything like that. So it can be useful. Sometimes I may share a piece of code with someone, but I want to check some logs or so whatever, some errors on my computer with some developers. I'm just doing that. Super simple. And we can make it more complex, but for now it's just simple like that. We have diagrams. Alexio, are you familiar with diagrams? How familiar are you with this diagram?
Yes, I am actually the one who insisted to include this piece of software on our TROM.tf. The reason is there are many occasions when I need to quickly make a drawing, a diagram, and this tool helped me a lot in various situations when I didn't have my computer at hand, but I can also try to use it on the tablet or smartphone, and it worked very well. It actually stores the data on your device or on as a server if you want, but mainly it's also an interesting feature. The saved image is actually an encoded text. You can copy a text in a file, like a text file, and if you rename the file or use a browser, you can read the content as an image. So it's like an open way of storing the content with this tool. So it's a complicated text indeed, but if you keep it untouched, it represents a very complex diagram, and at the bottom there is an option to enable many more symbols.
Shapes, yeah. A
shapes.
lot.
Yes.
Like it's a lot. It's crazy how many there are.
And you can use it in training, but also for personal purposes to create maybe a quick sign without effort, without opening or installing a particular piece of software that may be very complex. So it's just a link to remember. You can share the link with other people. So it's very useful.
Yeah, it's super cool. You can make really complicated drawings. You can even design pages, web pages, if you really want to. It has all kinds of buttons and all kinds of tools. Super cool. And you can also share it online. Like you quickly imagine if you can quickly want to share this kind of diagram, you just share it with someone, create a link, and it's really cool. Yeah, it's a very complex tool. I don't know much about it, but from what I've seen here is really cool.
So it's a trade-free alternative to some very expensive commercial software.
Yeah, you imagine you combine this with our files, TROM files, or maybe you want to create a complex diagram for a document you are working on, and it's great. You can export it or embed it. You can just embed it. You don't have to even download it. You can embed as an image, SVG or HTML.
I would like to add something. Actually, on Nextcloud, there is an add-on to install these diagrams.
That's true. That's true, Alexio. I remember now. Maybe we should just move it there then.
No, this one should be public because it's, for me at least, very useful to have our public instance of this particular piece of software. On Nextcloud, you need to use your account. So for some people to recommend it, it's easier to just point to a link. It's public, no account required.
Good point. Sold.
Okay.
Good point. That was a good point, yeah, for sure. But we can also enable it in Nextcloud.
Yes,
files.
we have 2 instances.
Perfect. Amazing. What's next, do you think? The RSS I told you about, the RSS bridge, when you can create an RSS address out of everything, basically YouTube, Facebook pages, even searches, even hashtags on Twitter. Poll, P-O-L-L. That's it's another nice little tool to organize events. For example, say you want to date 10 girls, and you don't know what date to date one, what date, so you don't mix with each other. You want to date one on Friday, one on Saturday. You can create quickly here. You can schedule an event. It's like, okay, it's my dating event, right? It's like, I'm Theo. I'm married, but it's just for married, so for demo purposes. Let's contact that TROM site. I say dating girls. Go to step number 2. And then you can put like, what date do you want? On the 4th, and this is Anna, and this on the another date, this is Sasha, because I date her again. And you click next. You click next, and then you create a poll. Okay, it was so easy. No account needed. What airplane is going to crash into whose house?
I don't know.
It's you, Noah.
Wait, what? No.
It was like, okay, so you have now, it creates a poll, a quick poll, and I can share that with Anna and Sasha, right? So let's see when these girls are available. And they can see here, they can put their names, like, oh, I'm Anna, and I'm only available on Tuesday the 4th. And she clicks save. And then you see, you can create a poll like that without accounts, and you can see which date to date which girl, basically. Or like we use for TROMcast, when we make a TROMcast, to give you a real life example, because I'm not dating anymore, I'm too old for this. We say we can make TROMcast these days and these hours, and then I send it to Alexio and others in the chat, and then they can say, okay, I can do this day, but not this day, but this day. And in the end, if many people say that, the program automatically will recommend you, okay, this day is the best for most people. So it's just a quick little tool that you can do that. You can also create polls to see which one is more beautiful from the girls that you want to date. This kind of things. So it's a good one.
Yes, pretty
And
good.
we are going near the end. Hold on, people, don't fall.
What?
Just a few more apps.
Just a few more. We have the last one basically. This is the last one. The rest are experimental, but I will still go to them. Another one is QR. What this does is simply, what does it do, Alexio? Because I don't even know exactly what QR codes are. What are QR codes?
Actually, you may find these kind of symbols on certain books, other objects you interact with, and if you are using a particular device like a smartphone with a QR reader app, you can scan with your device this code, and this will show some text or redirect to some URL, some link where you can find more information related to the object you are looking for.
So it's like if I want to date Anna, but I don't want for Sasha to know, I'll put here, Anna, we meet at 5 on Thursday, and I generate a code, and Sasha doesn't know what this code is.
He
And then
needs a device.
yeah, and I can send it to Anna, and then Anna just scans the code and gets my message.
It decodes
But then
it.
I can
and-
scan the code and get the message too, right?
But you may not.
Yes.
Oh,
Maybe Theo can try to create a secret text
yeah,
encoded with other software,
yeah.
and then encode it with QR app.
Double encoding.
Oh.
Take that. I wanted to say Sasha. Take that, Sasha.
He's a spy.
Yeah, Alexi, you've been doing this kind of things. Huh?
I'm just telling you some obvious solutions if you want to
Sure.
keep something private. There are more complex ones like steganography. If you are interested, you can use an image, and inside this image there are some other information encoded. You may see it as a simple photo, but as a file, if you take it and analyze it in the file and in the image, there is some other content like a file, a document, and so on.
Interesting.
Well, he's a spy. Don't try to like bullshit us. You are a spy.
It's related to information technology courses,
And you
computer
are
courses.
a professor of information technology or something?
I studied at the university many years ago, and I still follow the newest evolutions in various information technology projects. So that's why I'm here helping you with these cool projects.
No, you're a spy. Let's just agree with that.
So how can we spy our users with our
Yeah.
great free services?
Ooh. Don't put that into their heads, Alexio.
Watch out for those.
Don't give too much.
So I think it's very easy for everyone to check the source code of every piece of software we are using. It's based on Unohost, and the source code is public. And if anyone has second thoughts about using this software, they can check what we are using ourselves.
Yep. And these are all of the tools. Now we have just 3 experimental ones. When I say experimental, it's like they might not be completely trade-free, or we test them. So hold on, they work, but hold on. Okay, so we have this bibliogram, and if you think bibliogram rhymes with madame, or rhymes with no damn, or no, it rhymes with Instagram. That's why it's called bibliogram. You see, you are smart now, because this means like you can browse Instagram accounts without a profile. So let's say TROM site. I click here TROM site, and I can browse TROM site without TROM site account, Instagram account, without Instagram account. So I can look through the photos and stuff. I cannot comment, of course, because well, they won't not let me. And by the way, what I'm showing you here is like what Facebook banned me. I see this photo. It's like they banned me for this photo recently. It's just about it's an educational one about viruses. It says when a virus enters your body, it has no plan and no purpose. It just enters, and it just so happens that its own molecular shape and complexity allows it to merge and stick with the molecular parts of your own body, causing those parts of your body to malfunction. Very bad. Very, very, very bad.
Bad post, Tio. Banned for 1 month, right? For that post.
1 month. Ban. And I could not do anything. I was just curious to see, can I do anything about this? No. So, okay, cool. Yeah, this is almost like, yeah, sure.
No, I was just going to say that the shitty thing is that we had, Tio created this big, long kind of system to automatically post on Facebook. So
Yeah.
we didn't have to touch Facebook.
From
and it
Friendica.
just went automatically from different sources. Yeah, from Friendica, and then also from the website with the whatever. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, and because they banned his personal account, that just screwed all of that off. And they're banning stuff that he's posted like years ago. So we don't know if someone's been like trying to like sabotage Tio's Facebook account, or if just randomly they're going after random posts that are not about anything bad, no violence, no nudity, nothing bad at all. It's some educational content, no conspiracies. And yeah.
Maybe that's
and
why
there's
they
nothing you
ban
can
us.
do to check or to
Maybe that's why they ban us, because
too
it's
much
just
educational
too
content.
real. Too real. We don't need this shit. So yeah, this bibliogram allows you to explore Instagram accounts and subscribe to them via RSS. It's just, we use that for our illustrated. I will show you, because we made a new TROM curated news. We didn't even talk about this. We made too many things. Sometimes we have to just stop. These illustrations, we have a tab in TROM News, tromnews.com. They are pulled from our bibliogram account. Basically all of these photos and stuff. So it's useful for us. That's why we it's there, because I don't care to browse Instagram accounts. It's just whatever. And Music Wave, of course, Music Wave. I just made it red just to match the themes. It's like a Spotify, but a free one. This one, might not be fully trade free because it uses YouTube to stream music from, but it's an old website I made a while ago for myself, and I'm like, anyone can use it. You don't even need an account. It saves in the browser if you want to. So, and lastly, this is one that Alexio likes, but hold on, because I need to show it to you in a different kind of way. It's in videos. Where is? Yes, this one. Sorry about that. This one, and transition now. Okay, Alexio, take it.
Okay. There is a slight delay between our live and what I see on PeerTube on another computer.
I know, you can imagine it's in videos.
Yes. So for me, it's very useful in videos because I can watch any video on YouTube without ads, without interruptions, but also I can download it at the highest resolution. I can download also the music separately and the subtitles. So if I find some interesting video, I can just save everything at my choice on my computer and maybe upload it to some storage service like our TROM files, or maybe on our TROM videos, our PeerTube instance, and make it private if it's something copyrighted, but I want to keep it. So for me, it's very useful, this InVideos instance, to access content from YouTube. And usually when I want to follow some channels on YouTube, I'm very distracted by many ads. And what's interesting also on this InVideos instance, it allows us to see the comments not only from YouTube but also from Reddit on the same video. And for some popular ones, if you try to search, TROM should be one of these. Should be. We can try to make it happen. Yes, and actually it's very useful if you want to read through other users' opinions about a particular video, and you may learn something interesting, mostly from Reddit comments. And just another idea, I know there are trade-free alternatives from Reddit, which is also a bit commercial. And also like an interface like this is for YouTube, this InVideos software. There are other solutions for as an interface for Reddit, so we may try to implement such a solution in the future for our trom.tf, because usually on Reddit we can find many interesting comments, not comments, but the users recommend very cool stuff there.
Yeah, this is, and it's so fantastic because, you know, people will say, and let me delete, what the fuck is this video with Elon Musk? I don't like Elon Musk anymore.
It keeps popping in your search results.
People are saying, you know, of course, videos.trom.tf, you know, that PeerTube doesn't have many videos, but, you know, you can use now trade-free YouTube. They have all of the videos on YouTube without ads, without anything like that. We can even log in. I didn't try that this much because it's still experimental, but you can try to make an account here and you can subscribe to channels. Or if say you see the TROM channel on InVideos here, it has a button here, how we say, an RSS button. So you can copy that RSS link and you can go to a friend link like social.trom.tf where you can follow anyone and just follow the channel there. So, you know, feel free to use this one as, you know, I think it's a great thing, this InVideos, because YouTube is a fucking piece of shit. I'm sorry. Now I can say it. Okay, ban me. I don't care. I'm on PeerTube. You know, it's really is a piece of shit. Okay, yes, I'm telling you. And the fact that you can download these videos, you have a button here. You can download them in like any format you want, and even subtitles and all of that, like Alexia was saying. That's how it should be, honestly. It's a lot harder. I keep on telling you, it's a lot harder to build walls and fences than not to. So it's a lot harder for YouTube to just keep these things, just for themselves, rather than just let people fucking do whatever the fuck they want. It's a digital world. If you can't, Jesus Christ. Anyways, yeah.
May I suggest something?
Please.
Can you make a search on our InVideos instance about 16K to see the most complex videos with the highest resolution? Just make a search with a keyword 16K. 16K. Actually, there are not many videos filmed at this amazing, for now, resolution. It may be a standard in the future. Actually, you will find some 8K videos, and one of them was shared today by me on the unmoderated chat for TROM. And it's an interesting one, an original video made by some enthusiast in 3 weeks using a very powerful graphical processing unit and with a powerful message, I think, about the universe and us. So if you search for 16K,
I did.
It should find more results. And
which
one
one
of them,
how is it called?
For now, I can see what you are getting, but
you know the name?
Alien Neighborhood, I think. I will tell you in a few moments. Actually, I shared this, as I said, if you look on the
I'm not in the
unmoderated
chat.
chat.
I'm not
Using
in the chat.
the in videos. You are not. So
I am
I
not.
should make my point by using the. Wait a little bit. You can showcase something else in the meantime.
Yes, sir. We also have a dark and dark and white templates here. Again, I customize it a bit. I have to fix the stuff about the template. You have also filters. You can search like on YouTube by all kinds of types and ratings and views and whatever you like. Yeah, it's even you can even listen to some of these videos. Click this audio button, and then you can listen
It's a
to
cool
some.
option.
Yeah, it's a cool option. What, Alexia? Did you find it?
Yes, I shared on our chat from Nextcloud, the public TROM, the one where you are the moderator.
And I'm so smart, I put that in the search box. Okay.
Okay. So you have the trom.tf YouTube instance link, and I think it's an interesting video to showcase how it works, because by default our instance doesn't detect the highest resolution. You need to go to the options and activate them, so to see at the highest resolution. It may slow down a little bit your computer, because on this example, I also downloaded the video, is about 1.6 gigabytes. So if you want to see it all, it streams this huge file.
Well, yeah. You can, because you have settings. Everybody has the settings there, and you can.
So this is for demonstration purposes. This Alien Suburbia video, I like it very much. Also, the message, it's a little bit like the message you try to promote in the videos about Tromjaro, about trade free and Tromjaro. In the same style is this video, and it's with some very nice images about our universe rendered in highest resolution. So it's a little bit an artistic view.
That's very cool. Yeah, that's very
and
cool.
If you read the comments, it was created by one of us, a user of a powerful computer. So
about who?
You read the comments, the description.
It's created by DaVinci.
And there is also a new video in the comments about New Terra. That may be another recommendation, an interesting one. I'm trying to bring some examples how we can use at maximum our tools.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, this looks like a very interesting video, at least from the images that I see, probably. And the fact that it's Arthur C. Clarke, I see, right? Narrated by Arthur C. Clarke. So, yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. And the fact that you can go to the settings and change the settings. What the hell? I changed the settings in one language. Oh my god.
So there are many settings we can choose. Also, I prefer to choose the subtitles to be automatically in English, if not available in English, in the captions, automatic subtitles, and then maybe in my language, Romanian. But anyone is free to choose which option considers is best in a particular case.
And how about if I select the Arabic language? How do I go back? Huh?
Actually, you have the same link with 4 options, and you guess which one is for language.
What did I do here? Huh? Like Apple, I failed. No, the last
you need
moment.
to learn new languages.
That's it. I got it. I got it. Yeah, I have to learn a new language. That's a smart one. That's it. I fixed it. Ha! I'm smart. Yeah. So that
Yeah,
was
that's a
our.
really useful tool just to watch YouTube videos without the ads. And
That
bullshit.
was our thing. And to recap, imagine this, people, kids of the earth. We offer trade-free alternatives to let's all of the kids, to YouTube, to Facebook, to Google Drive, to Google Docs, to WeTransfer, to what else? To bottled water. I don't know.
Instagram.
Instagram. So we offer it's a lot.
Text stuff.
We pay this by the way, we of course we pay this from donations, and if you can help us, it will be fantastic because it's for all of us. So if you can help the donation, it's on trom.tf. You will find your way out. If you really want to donate, you will find your way out to that. It will be very much appreciated. We worked a lot this past 2 months or so. We moved the server, everything, the files. We have a lot fucking files and stuff, lots of projects, lots of stuff happening. So we moved a lot of stuff, to different servers. We pay a lot less than before, which is good. We have more powerful servers. We can offer this kind of tools. We will offer more than this. We want to have all kinds of other alternatives. And now that finally it's released, I'm so happy. We can focus on creating more content. And I'll focus on TROM to documentary, and we'll create more content because now we have a video platform where we are not scared that we are going to be banned from, Facebook can suck a duck because I'm not there anymore. I'm on Friendica. So come on Friendica. I'm very active there. I'm posting there daily. Be my friend, and we are going to have a great time together. Sounds creepy. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, tell me something, people.
And it's also a nice thing that Tio did where he made it for me as well for my website. So we'll post an update and then it goes into our live sections on our websites. So whoever is involved in TROM project, if they post an update, they hashtag TROM live and it goes to tromsite.com/live. So you can see it there or on Friendica. For me, for my for my work that I'm doing, if I post an update, it goes straight to bigworldsmallsasha.com/live. So that's a really cool thing as well.
And that's because Friendica allows for, again, this RSS feed. And you can take that and use it in all kinds of ways. You've heard me saying RSS many times today. I hope I made you curious. What in the world is this rare skinny slut, rare RSS? So go and find out. That's how it should be. That's what we are explaining here. That's how it should be. People should be able to follow whoever the fuck they want to follow online.
True.
Yeah, and I made my own little space there on Friendica, and it's great because I can, I'm interested in all kinds of things online. I bet if I was again a TVP, when I was a TVP and I was making the TVP magazines, if I would start to make articles about, I don't know, evolution again and so forth and post on TVP's page, I will see like probably dozens of crazy ass people there commenting like, you fucker, you think the earth is round, you fucker, and they are supporters of TVP because on that platform everybody goes crazy, and don't you think that you are different, you'll go fucking crazy. I'm sure of that. So if someone wants to use these things, go ahead.
Yeah, and I think people actually underestimate this. I think even I underestimated this, but sometimes I talk to people, that maybe I haven't spoken with, in a long time, and I can basically see that their heads have just been filled up with nonsense. And where does this nonsense come from? Surely it comes mostly from Facebook and YouTube, just feeding them nonsense stuff that catches onto them and makes them stay on the platform longer. So when I see this kind of nonsense filling up people's heads, that's kind of what really makes me want to move away from those platforms.
Yeah. 100%.
Amen, sister.
Amen.
Amen. Hey, man. I think everything is still working on our live is still working, or
Yes, everything works well. The server load is okay.
okay, then that's just perfect. That's just perfect. So we kind of did it. We kind of did it, right?
So we successfully streamed on PeerTube for the first time.
Yeah,
done.
and that's
on
great.
our own PeerTube.
On our own PeerTube, and can be your own too, because you just go there and use it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was a long one, but I love what we create. I'm so happy with this tools.
Yeah.
I'm just happy.
That's cool. It's cool stuff.
I hope so. I hope so. I know. Well, just you don't use social networks, but come there, man. We have a beer on Friendica.
What? You know what? Maybe I'll create a Friendica and I'll start posting my beach pictures.
Your what?
People do.
Beach pictures.
My beach
Post whatever you
pictures
want.
of the beach. Pictures of the beach.
I'm not going to ban you. I'm not like Facebook, you just post your nudes too. I mean,
Tio has this thing. Tio has this thing, with his accent. He says beach and bitch the same way, right? So your
which
bitch pictures or your beach
yeah.
pictures?
So which one? Which one, Noel? Because I didn't get that. Your
The
beach
beach one.
beach one.
Yeah, beach. Yes.
I mean, you can post both of
The
them.
one with the sand, right? Sand.
Sand
the
and water.
The sandy beaches.
Yeah. yes. Those.
It's hard. I come from Romania. I talk like this.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what most people do. Like this, put pictures of their babies, or that's why I don't really use them.
Yeah, but it's interesting because on this Friendica or this Fediverse, not only Friendica, Mastodon and so forth, you'll find a lot more interesting people because it's kind of a filter, right? So those got filtered out from it. So you find a lot more interesting people. Actually, the post that we made today about this stream got a lot more likes than we will have got and comments. Steve, we talk about likes, but whatever, and shares and comments, whatever. Then on Friendica, then you will have done it on Facebook, for example. So it's interesting, right? What happens? So
That's cool.
Yeah,
maybe I'll
I
check it
remember. You had this Tromcast with Amalith one time, right? That was his name.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Amalith, right? That he was also doing something similar to this, and he was talking about, he moved to a Mastodon, and he was saying, yeah, sure, you don't find maybe the people that you know so much, on these other platforms, but you find other people, and other people might be a lot more interesting than whoever's on Facebook. So
Yeah, sure.
and you can find all of us,
All of us are there because I forced them all to go there. Sasha is there, Aaron is there, George is there, Alexia is there, Dima is there. Let's see for how long Dima is going to stay there. Yeah, so I think we can wrap this up, huh? What do you think, guys? Do you think this?
Yeah, great job, guys, with this project. I mean, I'll say again, like Tio put an enormous amount of effort. He worked so hard on this, so great job. And also thanks to everyone else that works on these open source projects.
And to Alexio, big thanks, because he introduced me to these tools
and
he tested
Alexio.
first. He tested these things and he's there to help out. He's such a great guy. He's such a great human being.
God bless you, Alexio.
God bless you, Alexio.
Thank you very much. I hope we'll continue to add more interesting and useful services to TROM TF. And I hope more people will find these tools useful and use them for free, for straight free, as we offer them.
Yes.
Yeah, and our only incentive here is basically to allow people to grow a sane brain and to not be manipulated by all the bullshit content that's out there. You control your own brain,
And one
that's
final
important.
idea, if some of our users would want to create their own projects, there is also this possibility to anyone make a similar implementation with these tools, because that's the spirit, to share the knowledge.
To create as many islands also, and
Yes.
to expand these things. And the cool part about all of this is that we can even take all of this that we've installed and put on our own personal computers. You don't even have to pay for a cloud server. At one point we may do that, we tested that with Alexios computers. It seems it works, but of course we need more time for these kind of things. And yeah, we make daily backups. I make daily backups in a shoebox here. I have like 20 gigabytes of storage. It really is a shoebox full of hard drives. I made it very neat like that. I pull all of they're on the server, but there are some locally in case the server goes in flames, because Alexa showed me this news that some servers in Europe just burned in flames and lots of data was lost. And we have the shoebox. That's all I'm saying. Don't worry. And if we have more money, I would love to mirror this shoebox to another cloud. If I have more money, to expand the shoebox. So please help us if you can.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we can stop the stream and be happy for the rest